Zdar nazdar, lovci monster, vrazi králů, vítejte. Já jsem normálně asi po týdnu zpátky v Zaklínači, protože jsem měl nahranou hromadu videí v záloze a postupně jsem to uploadoval na YouTube a odmazával, abych si udělal místo na disku. A ještě pořád tam mám, tuším, že 4 hodiny k dobru nahraný. Ale protože mám teďka zase nějaký čas trošku mezi směnama, tak chci zase něco nahrát do foroty, jak se říká, abych to tam prostě mohl každý den plus minus lifrovat, jak se k tomu dostanu. Ten týden jsem strávil v Elden Ringu samozřejmě. No, nemůže se prostě rovnat CD Projekt Red From Softwareu, nemůže. Ale i přesto moje brblání pořád je Zaklínač, 3, hlavně ty DLCčka, teda aspoň z mýho pohledu super. A konec žvanění, už tady minutu 11 sekund žvaním a hurá za Annou Henrietou. Doufám, že si budu pamatovat, kde jsem vlastně skončil. Mám jít na nějaký sraz těch místních bohémů, že jo?
Late. Why does that not surprise me?
Ženská, no. Se byla podívat ještě, jestli vypla sporák a jestli vytáhla žehličku ze zásuvky samozřejmě prostě. Pak se šla přešminkovat, pak ještě se vracela, že si ji chce na záchod, aby nemusela tady. Typický.
Well. I did not expect you to have such a sense of style. Not all bad. Nothing like a budding artist, of course, but just one other detail.
Furt nějaký připomínky, ty já ji nenávidím.
All who attend the Mandragora soiree wear them. If you have one on, no one asks who you are.
Já si nechám fakt zabít na konci, jo.
Let's go. Soiree started.
Wise of you to hide your weapons. They'd not have let us in otherwise.
Samozřejmě si plně uvědomuju, že hraju nějaký scénář, tam vymyšlený příběh, postavy jsou složený z jedniček a nul, navrhli je nějaký grafici, ale stejně ji nechám asi umřít.
How do we find the Cintrian? Have you a plan?
Key is not to spook him. Need to ask after his partner, Cecilia, first. Less likely to raise suspicions. As soon as we find her, we find him. Especially since he might be expecting us.
What do you mean?
Ran into some of his thugs in town. Knew who I was. Had it in for me.
Right.
Jo.
Right,
A s tou škraboškou přes oči ho určitě nepoznají.
Come, it's our turn.
Madame, Monsieur, an extraordinary pleasure to welcome you to the Mandragora's soiree. Tonight, I particularly recommend you direct your attention to the performances prepared by artists of our community.
Tell us about these performances.
This evening, the Mandragora has the honor to present 3 superb displays of artistry. The first was a concert by Cecilia Belont, a singer whose voice, were it stone, would surely be a diamond. Sadly, Mademoiselle Cecilia has sung.
No, Esidaven to nebude, že jo, no.
You would have loved to hear her.
Luckily, you are in time to see the great Calesti, a master of visual illusions, come to us from far off Afir.
Visual illusions. Interesting. And the third artist?
The third and fourth, for they are a duo, are the Tuven brothers, presenting their newest pantomime.
Němohru takzvanou pantomimu, dobře. Tak hledáme Cecilku. Velebnosti.
You are admirers, I surmise. I'm certain you will have ample opportunity to converse with her.
It cannot be easy to identify anyone in this crowd. Perhaps you could help us find her.
I don't know where she is now, but I can give you a clue.
Let's hear it.
Seek the Kaveri orchid.
Meaning?
Cecilia wears one in her hair. You shall recognize her easily by the orchid.
Well, well. Dandelion's always complaining about artists being poor as temple mice.
No jo, no, ten toho taky nakecal.
The residence belongs to
Pan
Mom.
Markýz.
They are guests here. Oriana, she owns this. Woman in the black dress. There, on the balcony.
Got her. Doesn't wear a mask?
It would be pointless. All would know her anyway.
Koviri Orchid. Let's look for it. If we find Cecilia, we'll find the Cintrian.
Tak, já si ještě přisunu blíž ten monitor. Špatně vidím na ty písmenka. Takže nepovinné zúčastnit se zábavy. Jdeme se zúčastnit ty zábavy. A těch, jak se to řekne správně česky, stanovišť. Těch stanovišť je tady hromada. Tak třeba... Co je tady? Házení barevných koulí na ten. Na plátno. Jo, počkat. Jo, bude se mi to hodně plíst, protože jak jsem teďka hrál ten... Můžete do mě přestat strkat? Jak jsem teďka hrál ten Elden Ring, tak místo vzít ten... Si ze mě dělají srandu, ne? Nenávidím. Místo křížek používám tu... Místo křížku používám ten... trojúhelník. A budu samozřejmě zase sprintovat kolečkem, protože v sousovkách se sprintuje kolečkem. No, naflákáme tam nějakou další barvu. Co je? To už nemám zelenou. Já jsem to chtěl mít symetrický himmel. No, co na to řekneš? A já se s nima bavit nebudu. No prostě se tady dá dělat hromada věcí. Mohl by se tady hrát Gwyn? Co je tohle? Tady někde něco je, šlechtična. To jsou lidi, se kterými můžu mluvit. Hele, v obrazy? Já chci v obrazy. Jo, jasně, všichni vědí, že jsem zaklínač. Okay. Dobře, animace, já jsem to tady chtěl prozkoumat.
Do not disturb. Shoo, shoo.
It's the right flower.
Of course it is. A Koviri orchid lends just the right contrast to her complexion.
Need to talk to your model. It'll only take a minute.
To me?
Lie still. You may speak, but for love's sake, do
Můžu mu
not
dát přes
move.
držku? Proč tam není třeba ten akcie, že bych ho očaroval a vyhodil pryč do prčic? Kdo vymýšlel ty scénáře a ty vývojové diagramy?
Wow. Impressive portrait.
Nebo tam mohlo být vypadni, nebo ti dám přes hubu.
This is Dorian Velez.
The gracious lady has heard of me?
I've heard Anna Henrietta herself wished you to paint her portrait.
Jo, jako ty, jak to bylo, jako ty tvoje francouzský šlapky. Jacku.
What was the matter?
When he learned I only ever paint nudes, he severed all contact.
He said he would not dare offend her illustrious highness with such
A jo, teď je to
proposition.
coura špinavá, to víš, že se nechá namalovat.
To paint her such a shame.
A ještě je protivná.
I think you may still get your chance.
Teď to říkám, coura je to.
We came here to meet you
Tak jdem
specifically.
dál.
To meet me? But why?
Sentry and Noble
Proč
you came
ne,
here with.
když tam tak
Wanted
pěkně
to ask
leží?
you about him.
Sentry and Noble. Ah, you must think I'm Cecilia.
Orchid confused me.
I told you not to move.
As she concluded her performance, Cecilia tossed the flower into the crowd. I caught it. But
A
I didn't see
merd,
the noble.
takže víme, že
Really
už
like to
orchidej
talk to
nemá.
him. What did he look like?
Like many here. Tall, dark, masked.
Know where he might be now?
He gave Cecilia a small gift, a heart-shaped box. Then they strolled off together towards the refreshment tables.
Excuse me, madame, monsieur. I cannot work like this. You must leave now.
Ach jo. Tak rád bych mu dal přes hubu. Počkat, jak se tady dělají ty zaklínačský smysly? Ne, takhle. Proč nic nevidím, do prčic? Tady je nějaký dopis. Úryvek z divadelní hry mě asi nezajímá.
Pretentious. Blah, blah, blah. Avant-garde, schmavant-garde. It's all about two things. Coin, pretentious.
Šli ke stolům s občerstvením, říkali, že jo?
Look at the mage. I believe he's casting spells.
Yeah, we'll see. Dobře, kámo. A můžu velkýho Kalísa třeba sejmout Ardem? Ten! Já mám pořád tu... Já na něj nemůžu útočit, sakra. Já myslím, že po něm hodím tu kouli toho... té barvy. Jo, Shakespeareovi sonaty mám rád.
The man is a true artist.
Impressive.
It seems someone this
We are busy. We wish to be alone.
Baví se o Cecílii, tak třeba mi napověděj. Ne, nenapověděj. Kde jsou stoly s jídlem? Tam... Nemůžu jít trošku rychleji? Můžu. Hop.
Don't worry. Look,
Tak bude hádám zamčí. Ty, já můžu dovnitř, jo. Akorát, tady je zase kulový vidět, jak je tma.
Sorry, artists in the Mandragora and their guests.
OK. A já nejsem host only, co? Co je tady dole? Tam se ukazují nějaký ty body? Moment, tady už jsem byl, podle všeho. Se tady vůbec neorientuju. Neúplně mi vyhovuje ten způsob, co tady přeskočím. Henrietta si zmáčí, můžu vylízt nahoru, jo, to jsou ty mimové. Že bych jim to tam překazil, tady je stůl s občerstvením. Dobře. Milostný dopis, co se
Love letter
píše?
penned on a napkin. Look,
Laura.
Virgin's last star.
Mantikoří výzbroj, ale už jsem udělal, ne? Jo, aha, OK. Dobře. Za trestím tady ukradnu všechno jídlo. Nejsiš náhodou Cecilka? Hej, stůj, tady je něco.
Empty heart-shaped box. Cecilia must have left it behind.
It looks like it held a flask of perfume. A gift from the Centurion, I imagine.
Scent still hangs in the air. Let's follow it. Someone left their loot behind. Looks a little like dandelions.
This was scratched. Someone beat him with it once.
Dobře, takže mám najít tady stopu parfému. Pořád dokola, že jo, hledám stopy parfému nebo smradu. Záleží na tom, jak to kdo vykládá. Nebo nějaký stopy na zemi, no. Co byl ten podivný rytmický zvuk, co se před chvílí ozýval? Znělo to, jako když tam někdo pěkně rychle pleská. Což bych se teda tady na té slavnosti moc nedělil, kdyby někde v zákulisí si tam odskočili nějací místní návštěvníci. Mimochodem zase se přestal na minimapě ukazovat ta stopa. Teď mě stráž vyhodí, že jo? A předtím říkal za ty, i za hosty. Já na ně použiju akci.
You must be mistaking me for someone else.
I served 15 years in the palace. Your Grace, I'd not mistake you for anyone.
Shh! Not so loud. We are here incognito, on state business.
Státu, teď je to knížectví.
Yes, how may I serve?
I hope we can count on your discretion.
Of course. I shall be silent as the grave.
Looking for Cecilia Bellant. Seen her?
She's in her dressing room, where she went with a nobleman. They clearly were drawn to each other.
What did the man look like?
Tall, broad-shouldered, a black beard peeping out from under his mask, and he spoke with a foreign accent, a drawl of sorts.
It must be him. We must get to the dressing room, quickly.
Yes, Your Grace. I'll take you.
No, stay here. Anyone tries to flee, you stop them.
Understood.
Quickly, upstairs.
Jo, co musím teda znova pochválit, myslím, že už jsem to několikrát říkal, že se mi fakt líbí, že tím next gen grafickým updatem, i když hraju na prachobyčejný v uvozovkách PlayStationu 4 Pro, tak i tady opravili to, co mě strašně vytáčelo na těch postavách, že hodně vypadaly jako z takového mokrého vosku, ta kůže, ta textura. A teď to vypadá jako mnohem přirozenější. Tak. Můžu to otevřít? Jo.
That must be Cecilia.
No.
No pulse. We're too late.
He slit her throat. The brute.
Didn't go out the door. Guard would have noticed. Might still be somewhere here.
You must find him before he harms another. I shall alert Oriana at once. She should bring her soirée to a close.
Shouldn't split up.
Geralt, I will be fine. Go after that rogue. I shall fetch help.
Dobře. To se všechno prodá. Prý záležitosti státu, hoď sebou, musíš ho sledovat. Haha, zlatý oči. Mezi tím zlatý prsten, stříbrný svícen, diamantový nějaký náhrdelník. Jo, dobře to tady vyřešil, týpek. Okay. Vůbec žádný žebřík nikde nevidím. Jo, po tomhle tom vyšplhal. Dobře, a jak potom vyšplhám já? Dobře. Ta kamera trošku kraví, no. Tak. Na to už jsem se stěžoval mockrát. Docela by se mi šikly moje meče. Předpokládám někdo. Truhlice.
Jewelry box. Lock's busted. Picked open, probably. Links of a snapped chain. Jewel must have been on it. Precious stone. Bloody fingerprint on it. Thief came for this. Must have. Tiny chain links next to it. From a snapped necklace? Seems there was a struggle.
Co je tohleto?
Bloodstains.
Jo, krev. Počkat, tady visí ve vzduchu svícen?
Sconce is bent. Smeared with blood. Someone try to grab it?
Aha, jo, chápu.
Looks valuable, but it's not what he came for.
A můžu to ukrást já?
Looks valuable, but it's not what he came for. Locked. No key in sight. Hunting knife. Richly ornamented. Used during the fight, probably. Empty inkwell. Knocked over, turned toward the room.
No, tady máme, že asi útek tím oknem, předpokládám.
Blood on the window frame. Someone climb out? Fall out?
Dobře.
Jewel was in the box, it seems. Centurion tried to steal it, but someone got in his way. They fought, struggled, that's clear. Ended with one of them flying out the window. Fall had to have killed them. Jewel's still here, though, so our Centurion must have been the flyer.
So, this is the tracker. A witcher, yes?
Indeed, this is him. We found the body together. Then he set off in pursuit of the killer.
And ended up here, but I've only found evidence of a fight. Seems the Centurions killed his last. Finally failed this time. Shame it happened too late for Cecilia.
Poor girl. Always told her she chose her males badly. But I would never have suspected she could arrive with a murderer. I'll alert the staff. Have them see to her body at once. Meanwhile, we should sit. I will tell you everything in full detail.
To jsem zvědavý, jestli řekneš všechno teda, protože já vím samozřejmě, spousta lidí asi ví taky. A mimo jiný jsem to už říkal. V souvislosti s jednou načítací obrazovkou.
There was no time. I feared he'd escape, refused to give him the chance. He stood with his back to me, so I attacked. He struck his head on a picture frame as we struggled. He was bleeding, dazed, and then he drew a knife. Everything happened very quickly then. I knocked the weapon out of his hand and pushed him hard. He
fell out of the window.
Just so.
No jo, no, a kde je Sally? Sallyho jsem pustil. Já vím, že ona to zvládla úplně v pohodě, rozhodně to nebylo nerozumný. naopak držela se zpátky a nezabila ho.
Claim the man was trying to rob you when you walked into the room?
Yes. He stood over my dressing table, pouring through my jewelry.
Mm-hmm. After this is my guess. Picked it up while searching.
Why, that's the heart of Toussaint. Oriana, how did you ever come to have it?
I bought it, many years ago, from a young woman.
Jewel seems important. Why?
The heart is an heirloom. It belonged to my family for years. Then it disappeared. I didn't think we would ever recover it.
Seems someone is very determined to find it. The thief left his tool bag behind. Found this drawing inside it. Look.
Želva.
The heart of Toussaint. Representation's pretty faithful. Centurion must have been on a job. Got very clear instructions what to look for.
So it is not him we seek, but his employer. Is this the only evidence we found?
Also happened on the weapon he attacked Oriana with. Hunting knife. Used to skin game. Got an emblem on its hilt.
Vůbec to nemůže být
This
podstrčená
crest is
stopa
used by
třeba.
the lords of Duntine. The present master of the castle is a passionate hunter. Our next lead, perhaps.
Duntine. Remember the place. Abandoned ruin just a few years ago.
More recently, the family's last heir, Roderick, returned to his ancestral seat and restored the castle.
Know any more about this Roderick?
His grandfather was an advisor to Queen Ademarta. The family received those lands as a grant for his service. Roderick is quite the recluse. He avoids society, preferring the company of a small team of knights, though the latter term is imprecise, as they seem more akin to vandals with crests on their shields.
Oriana je sympouška, no. Kdyby neschovávala to tajemství.
Oriana, everything we discussed here, hope you'll keep it to yourself. Counting on it, in fact. Word gets out he, failed in his attempt to steal the jewel. His employer could run. We need to proceed cautiously.
Discretion is in the interest of us all. I'll not ask what this is about, just as I expect not to be troubled about it again. By anyone.
Forgive me, Madam Oriana, but might I have a word?
You must excuse me a moment.
Oriana, any thoughts?
Few make me feel awkward, but in her presence, I sense anxiety, discomfort.
Divný, veď?
The drawing. It's on the same type of paper the victims' names were written on. Drawn with the same ink, too. Seems the work of our blackmailers.
Who were not only behind the beast's murders, but also stole the Son Real and sought to steal the heart of Toussaint.
Look, the wine, the jewel, both tied to you intrinsically. Coincidence? Not something I'm willing to believe. Worried about one thing. That somewhere at the end of this scheme, plan might call for an attempt on your life.
It could be something else altogether. My sister, Siana, might be among the schemers. She left court when we were children. My parents
No tak
banished
odešla
her
nebo
from
ji
the
vyhnali?
duchy.
To jsou rozdílné
I've
věci
not
do
seen her
háje.
since.
Jo, jinak proč je tak nesvá z Oriany, tadyhle ta lasička? Samozřejmě protože Oriana je zrská, čím pádem jí to víc sluší. Druhák se nechová jako kráva, jako tady ta pizda. A celkově je prostě lepší. Jenom v její pravý podobě jí to teda tak moc nesluší, jako takhle, když je v lidský podobě, no. Proč ji vyhnali?
What did your sister do to get banished?
Siana was cursed.
Ale houby.
Parents run afoul of some mage?
No. She was born at an inopportune moment. They said she was touched by the curse of the Black Sun. Geralt, is it true? Can an individual be evil because they were born during the wrong lunar phase?
Could be the case. Could also be because they were treated like lepers from birth. Isolated, prodded, ostracized. Couldn't have had it easy, Sienna.
She was angry at the whole world. She felt inferior, felt pain, though she masked this with confidence, arrogance even. She could also be cruel at times. I recall one such situation. She persuaded Cedric the Coolbird that she could see the future in her dreams. We were children, and Cedric's brother was smitten with me. It was an innocent childhood crush. Sienna knew of it. She told Cedric of a dream she had had, that he would die at the hands of his own brother. Cedric stole his father's sword and killed his brother. She destroyed 2 lives with a prank. Cedric mourns to this day. In the end, they forced her to leave the palace. A decade passed. More. I've missed her terribly since.
Think your sister might be involved? Why?
You see, I recall her always being rather possessive, throwing jealous fits if I had
Jestli tak
something she
trošku
did.
nekecáš.
Sure, that's normal for sisters. Rivalry.
True. I suppose I gave as good as I got. There are times I miss that very much. The wine, its theft was the first clue. That's very much like her. She always did enjoy stealing my toys, but I grew almost certain when I saw the heart of Toussaint. Sienna received it from father as a gift, at a time when my parents thought of her as but an ill-behaved little girl. Someone wanted some of my wine. The same someone ordered our family jewels stolen, or recovered. It's my sister. It must be.
A fallen princess satisfying whims, going after lost luxuries? Could be right.
Your mission has gained new import. You must go to Dun Tyne, and if Sienna is there, you must find her. No matter what she did, she is not to be harmed in any way, shape or form. You must make sure of that.
To fakt
Can't
nevím.
guarantee her safety, unfortunately. Especially if she's one of those responsible for these crimes.
Witcher, that was not a request.
Teď to říkám, chová se jako kráva.
Your Grace, Geralt, I'd like to introduce...
Regis! What a surprise! I had no idea you were in Beauclair. And this is...
My very dear
Detlef.
friend, Detlef van der Eretain, an arrival from Nazaire.
We are lending our combined resources to the Witcher's hunt.
Ah, yes. Splendid. But why are you here at Oriana's?
They came to pay me a surprise visit, so I invited Regis in for a glass of wine. We've known each other for... ages. Literally. Witcher, I hear
Taková
you
malá
know Regis
nápověda.
too. Even that you are friends.
Je to tak?
Few I can rely on like I can on Regis. Kinda hoping he thinks the same of me.
Curious. It seems opposites really do attract.
Don't
Aha,
be fooled, dear.
Oriana
Geralt has
naznačuje,
many
že
merits.
zná podstatu
He hides
tadyhle
them from the world
Regise,
very diligently.
nebo Regise. Já mu říkám
You
Regis.
said you're both aiding him with his contract. It involves the Beast of Beauclair, I suspect. Master Witcher, maybe you could satisfy my curiosity. What's it like going toe-to-toe with a monster, knowing you've only 2 options, to kill or be killed?
Despite what you might have heard, I don't lunge at every monster I see, sword in hand. Talking gets the job done, for some.
I wonder what a monster might have to say to you.
It might want to apologize.
My word.
Teď se zase udělal ten buk s těma límcem na tím jeho ramenou. To bylo vidět, jak mu to vyhodilo a schodilo.
Same as humans. Put them in that situation, they'll kill too.
You understand this? It must be why you and Regis are friends. If I understand you correctly, you would rather help a monster than kill it.
If possible, yeah. Or at least try.
Enough about the Witcher trade for now. Regis mentioned you come from Nazaire. I spent time
Že ona
there
tam
as a
otravuje
child.
zase tahle čůza.
It was wonderful. I was positively entranced by the land's fashions. Deep-cut dresses I found most fascinating.
I
No,
believe
proto
we're running
chodí
short
šupnutá
on
ke
wine.
krku,
I
viď?
should go to the cellar, bring another bottle.
Let me go. Wanna help Regis? Know your wine a lot better than I know mine.
We shall return forthwith.
An exceptional conversation, don't you think? Vampires, a witcher,
And the Duchess of Toussaint? My.
Highly
Další
exceptional,
nápověda.
Regis.
Koho teďka
Talk to
vyjmenoval?
him private.
Upíři, zaklínač a kněžna.
Geralt, allow me to
O
explain.
Orianě
No,
neřekl
let
ani
me
slovo.
explain. He's dangerous, and you are gonna watch him.
But that is precisely what I'm doing. Detlef believes you'll succeed in your task, and he'll not need to kill anymore.
That is, not until he gets his hands on the men who kidnapped his Renna.
Musím říct, že tahle ta část je dobře napsaná.
Oriana, she really your friend? Can she be trusted?
I met her years ago, before I met you, and before she settled in Beauclair. We'd not seen one another in... I can't begin to tell you in how long.
But I shall tell you all about her some other day.
Guessing it's no accident you two stopped by.
It would be quite some coincidence indeed. No, a dutiful little bird told us.
Now listen close. Managed to learn where the blackmailers are. They're based at Duntine Castle.
That's splendid news. If they are there, Renna must be there as well.
Duchess expects we'll find her long-lost sister there, too. Thing is, she might be involved. Could be behind the blackmailing.
Do you mean to say your task now is to extract 2 women from the castle?
Mean to say we can't breathe a word of this to Detlef, who wants revenge above all else.
Geralt, you must trust me. I've got a way with...
No, Regis. Can't risk it. Gotta keep Detlef here while I go to Duntine.
Alone?
Alone. That way I can make sure neither woman will come to any harm.
I hope you know what you're doing. Fine. I shall see to Detlef. Good luck, my friend.
Splendidly, Detlef. Ah, I'm grateful you brought back those memories. You're back. It took you long enough.
Contrary to what common folk believe, choosing a wine is not nearly as easy as it might seem. Especially a wine to be served to 2 exquisite ladies.
Regis, gallant as ever. I regret all the more that I shan't finish this second bottle with you. Duty calls.
Your Grace, always a pleasure.
I thank you for your help. It's been invaluable. Geralt, will you see me out?
Ne.
You have exceptional friends. This Detlef, an intriguing man to say the least.
Didn't expect the evening to end like this.
Neither did I. But I have not drawn you out for a romantic stroll. I wish to make certain you know what you are to do.
Gotta go to Duntine.
I've decided my guardsmen will support you. You will meet them at Count de la Croix's mill. It stands along the Saône Retour River, near the Cockatrice Inn. Captain de la Tour and his men will await you there at midnight. You shall storm the castle together.
Kapitán de la Tour de France, tyjo, bude zase otravovat, ach jo. Tak, já jedu akorát 40 minut, takže můžeme se podívat, co se píše o... Jo, už to funguje. O Sianě. Co se píše o Orianě? Zatím nic moc. Na této ženě bylo něco, co ostatní znepokojovalo. Působila na něj dojmem, že není žádnou obyčejnou šlechtičnou a on se většinou nemýlí. Aha, Siana ještě nevíme, jak vypadá. Sylvie Anna. Kdo chce, tak si to přečte, mě to nezajímá. Jo, to je Tamara. Tak. Další úroveň. Jdi do hajzlu. Abych si mohl vrátit zpátky. Ne. Tak 6 ze 6 mám. Jo, jinak tady, kdo chce, tak si může nabarvit. Svou zbroj. Nevím, mně to přijde zbytečný. Možná ta černá nevypadá zle. Kašlu na to. Jo, já jsem se chtěl podívat na ty body schopností, jako na to, abych prostě si udělal ty, kolik mi zbývá vlastně. Metamorfóza, tohle mám už odemklý, takže tohle nemám, jsem říkal nějakých 15 asi bodů, že budu potřebovat, abych odemkl tady tu poslední pozici. Přemýšlím, že vyhodím toho jedlíka. Asi se na to vybodnu. To už je v tuhle chvíli zbytečný. Tak, 44 minut, tady zase přemýšlím 5 minut už nad nějakou věcičkou, no. Co se děje? Já se mám tady setkat s tím Damianem. A mám takový pocit, že půjdeme sem, jestli si to pamatuju dobře. Tady i někde byla brána, že jsem se tam nemohl dostat. Tady, že mě vyhodili. Ale to půjdu... OK. Ale to půjdu až někdy jindy. Jo, a protože už se blížím ke konci hry a jak jsem říkal, tak to zhruba nahrávám s odstupem nějakých 7 až 10 dnů. Jakože teď jsem dával nahrát epizodu, jak tam hledám naprosto zmateně ten amfiteátr a toho Vichta, jak se nemůžu dostat k té ženský, jak tam má všude rozvěšený ty lžíce. Jo, tak asi s tímhletím odstupem to nahrávám. Tak už teď mě tak napadlo jako hodit do placu. Co si zahraju příště? Protože už se blížím ke konci hry. Mám tam... Chci si zahrát Assassina Odysseu, kterou jsem hrál jenom jednou a rád bych si to zopakoval po letech. Skyrim, který jsem v životě nehrál, pořád to odkládám, mám ho koupenýho už nevím jak dlouho. Death Stranding, který jsem zkoušel, předtím mě to úplně nechytlo, ale chci tomu dát pořád šanci. A Metal Gear Solid Phantom Pain, včetně Ground Zero, jsem si koupil teďka v nějaký zase super akci. Za, já nevím, asi 2 kila to měli. To si chci taky zahrát. A samozřejmě v průběhu ještě hraju lodě, což mě taky napadlo, že bych si o tom mohl udělat trošičku nějakého povídání, protože v češtině, že samozřejmě World of Warships klasický na PCčko je Studnice moudrosti Homer, ale v World of Warship Legends, což je verze na konzole, jsem nenašel nikoho a hraju to docela dost a myslím si, že bych třeba o tom taky něco mohl udělat. Takže kdo to dokoukal až sem, tak mi můžete dát vědět, co třeba by bylo dobrý si zahrát. A teď už jdu vyvenčit psy a jdu si lehnout. Mějte se hezky a zas někdy čus čus.